For those people last week, you're like, hey, how come you didn't talk about MotoGP, the race in Austin? You know what? I didn't see it, and then I realized I recorded it. And this is what you learn if you're new to MotoGP and you go to record the race, and you got to fucking do it. It might be better than Formula One just because of the sheer amount of like passing and lead changes and all that. It's fucking insane. And then the fact you just watch these guys falling off motorcycles. I watched one of the races. Well, let me explain it first. You're going to go to record it. If you're novice like me, you go to record it, and you'll be watching like the first race, and it will say Moto 2, and they're on these little skinny bicycle tires, and you're like, those don't look like the fucking, those badass bikes that I saw. What's going on here? Then there's Moto 3, and you're like, where is the real one? Who is that Valentino Rossi guy, whatever the fuck his name is? Mike and the Mechanics, whatever that other guy's name is. I don't know any of the fucking names yet. So there's 3 different classes. This is what I learned, all right, on MotoGP, as they say. And there's Moto 2, there's Moto 3, and there's MotoGP. And that's basically like being in AA, AAA, and then being in the majors. Now, for whatever reason, Moto 3 is the lowest level. So I guess they're going 3, 2, 1. I guess that's how they do it. And they don't say 1, they just say GP, which I believe stands for Grand Prix. I don't fucking know. So Moto 3 is 250cc, according to this thing on Reddit here. 250cc bike, So that's basically cubic centimeters, so it's a smaller engine. It's not as fast. It's still fast as shit the way they're doing it, but, that's the one like, okay, all right there, Grasshopper, we'll see how you do at this level. And then if you succeed at that level, then they move you up to Moto 2, which is 600 cc's, evidently, 4 strokes. And all the engines are made by Honda, which I find interesting. So they're all Honda-based. Everybody's working with the exact same shit. That's probably so they can truly get an idea of who is the best rider, who's going to get called up to the show, MotoGP. And according to this person, a lot of times in Moto 2, the race is better because they all just have basically the exact same engine. So this guy was saying you usually can throw a blanket over the top 3 people in that race. And then the big show is MotoGP, which is 1,000 cc's. And those things are just fucking rockets. And I watched this whole thing on how they build them. They're hand built. Guess how much those motorcycles cost a piece? Take a wild guess. Like if for some reason you went down, they said, hey, you want to take it for a lap, but if you fucking trash this thing, you got to pay for it. Okay? And they give you that fucking suit with the airbag, and fortunately you don't high side it. You slide off the bike and you get up and you're like, shit, what's that going to cost me? I would have thought anywhere between $100 and $250,000. And I understand that it's a fucking racing bike and all that, but they're little ass things. You know what I mean? You go to do a build on a car, there's like fucking people working on it on the other side. You can't even see them. A motorcycle, I mean, it's right there. Everything is right fucking there. You and another guy can lift up the engine. I mean, this shit is small. I thought it was like $100 to $250,000 is what I would have guessed. $375 tops, right? This is like I'm at the Showcase Showdown on The Price is Right. And I horrifically underbid is what happens. Those bikes cost $2 million each. $2 million each. They're handmade. All this space age stuff. I watched this whole thing on how they built them. The gas tank is actually underneath the seat. What's where the gas tank usually is the fuel injector. There's an airport right in front of that, right where the fucking front light usually. I don't know. I watched the whole goddamn thing. It was absolutely fascinating. And I'm totally in on that sport. Watching that sport, and I'm watching the F1. I don't know when the next race is, but if you want to watch... Dude, I think it was the Moto 2 race, the last one. This fucking guy came out of a turn. His back end started fishtailing, and he went like right up and over the handlebars. I don't know how fast. I don't get how they get up. Because he landed on like his foot. He limped for a second, and then he just kind of just shakes it off. They're like, yeah, he's had foot problems. He's had foot problems in the past. I'd imagine he'd had everything problems. You fall off a bike. It's funny, when I was thinking about getting a motorcycle out here, the stupidest thing you could ever do riding a fucking motorcycle. I know a lot of guys say, well, you just fucking flew a helicopter. It's way safer. Way safer. There's nobody up there. I was actually driving back. Did Mark Maron's podcast promoting season 2 of F is for Family. I don't know when that's coming out. And thank you to Mark Maron for getting me on his podcast. I had a great time. We talked about anger, meditation. We talked music, and he helped me promote the show. And I was on my way back. It was the middle of the day, and all of a sudden there was just all this horrific traffic and this big fucking accident. This truck had jumped the medium strip. I don't know if the guy fucking fell asleep or whatever, but 10 people went to the hospital. One person died, and a dog died. So I don't know. I just think the highway is way, way, way more dangerous. I've said it before. You're flying in formation. It's like you're in the fucking Blue Angels. Everybody's doing 80 miles an hour. There's no radio contact. Nobody knows where anybody's fucking going. There's people texting. There's people on meds. You have no idea. And then forget it. And then right on the other side is another group of fucking people. This never-ending parade of fucking people flying on the other side. You don't know what they're going to do. That fucking guy was driving a truck, fell asleep, had a heart attack, whatever the fuck he did, jumped the median strip, went right up and over into oncoming fucking traffic at it was like 12 in the afternoon. You look it up. It was on the 5 right near Colorado Boulevard. So anyway, I was thinking about getting a motorcycle. When I was looking up those MotoGP suits, which are like $2,500 a whack, but they got a little airbag in them. And I'm like, well, that's what the fuck I would want. It'd be hilarious to buy one of those and then buy like a fucking Harley Davidson and just look like the biggest fucking asshole ever. You just ride that thing and somebody cuts in front of you, you just lay. But there's another thing too, is on those, when they're racing, you can lay it down and slide and fucking all that stuff and you're fine. You're fine. It's not like you can slide into oncoming traffic and there's a goddamn garbage truck coming at you. I don't know, but I miss riding motorcycles, so I'm thinking there's just nothing safe about them. I was thinking, all right, well, I'll just get a dirt bike. I won't go over jumps or anything. I'll just ride some trails. But then every like fucking, I don't know, it seems like every 6 weeks you hear a story about somebody riding on a trail. It's usually a mountain bike, though. But if you're riding like a dirt bike, it's some mountain lion ends up like pouncing on your back. But you got the helmet on. I don't know. You know what? This podcast was going great. It just went off the rails somewhere. I don't really know where.